Okay, this is going to be a little awkward. I had something different set up and it was not working. I couldn't save it, so we're going to try it this way and I'll send you the PowerPoint in a different link. The counseling approach that I chose was cognitive behavioral therapy. And CBT was greatly influenced by Albert Ellis and his rational emotive therapy, by Aaron Beck and his cognitive therapy, and by Maxie Maltzby and his rational behavior therapy. From 1911 to the 1950s, Freud's psychoanalysis was the main training used by psychiatrists in the United States. The 50s saw the invention of alternative psychotherapeutic models, and therapists who were not satisfied with current models helped to develop behavioral therapy. It evolved through integrating research from psychiatry and other scientific fields. Also, Ellis's study of irrational thoughts and Beck's ideas on the cognitive aspects of mental illness were crucial in highlighting the existence of errors in thinking that is common with many clients and that many techniques can be used to change these behaviors. Substance use disorders can be defined as an individual using a substance until it begins to cause problems in their life. This can be financially, socially, legally, and then they continue to use despite these problems. This disorder is very common. McHugh, Heron, and Otter reports lifetime rates for alcohol abuse at over 30% and over 10% for other drugs of abuse. Cognitive behavioral therapy covers both the behavioral and the cognitive aspects, which are the thoughts, feelings, problem solving, and the attitudes that come along with or can be part of the cause of these disorders. There are many interventions that can be used, and they can be used in individual or group settings. So we'll go over a few. Motivational interventions can be used at the beginning of treatment to determine readiness for change. Motivational interviewing can be used to discuss the client's unwillingness or apathy about changing and can be used for many other behaviors and disorders other than substance use disorders. Contingency management is the use of a reinforcer such as money or vouchers to encourage the client to submit a clean urine or whatever method of monitoring works best for the substance sample. And there's different ways that they do that. They can use a fishbowl method, which is every time they submit a clean sample, they get to pull out of this fishbowl, and the rewards range from nothing to more high-end or expensive rewards. And they can also increase the reward for every clean sample given, which just seems to encourage people to maintain abstinence for longer. There is relapse prevention, which focuses on the triggers that precede substance use and the systematic training of alternative responses. Basically helping the individual to respond to these triggers in a different manner than using the substances. Obviously, I've oversimplified, and these are only a few of the interventions that fall under the CBT umbrella. Cognitive behavioral therapy shows moderate effects on substance use disorders, but when used in combination with other treatments, it can be quite effective. As far as the efficacy of cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy treatment in the field of substance abuse is still, I guess, relatively new, and research is really important to kind of understand the best ways to utilize it. So this study compared the methadone maintenance treatment program by itself to methadone maintenance treatment that was combined with CBT. So the MMT on its own and MMT combined with CBT is what was compared. Here. Sorry. Both the MMT alone and the MMT in combination with CBT showed higher rates of abstinent days than somebody who's untreated. Although the group with CBT had a higher rate of abstinent days than those that got the MMT alone. There is a cost of adding CBT to other treatments, but it was proven that the cost of adding it was outweighed by what was saved in resources. The cognitive behavioral therapy group gained problem-solving skills, which seemed to help, and then they were reviewed at 6 months and 12 months. And at 6 months, those who had gotten the CBT had higher positive reappraisal, along with better problem-solving skills, and they were seeking alternatives to using the substances, so other activities. And this was all sustained at the 12-month mark as well. So CBT interventions help individuals with substance use disorders change their attitudes, feelings, and thought processes. These are extremely useful tools, especially when many individuals spend years learning these behaviors. While no treatment is a fix-all, the willingness to try different approaches or combination of approaches can take us a long way towards helping the people who so desperately need it. And here's a list of references. And thank you for your time and bearing with me.